You mind if I talk off the cuff real quick? The last time I talked about Nintendo and their fans, it was about the Switch 2 release, which was about 4 or 5 months ago, and now it's about Pokemon. But that's not entirely the topic of this video, rather it being the catalyst instead. This situation reminded me of something I wanted to talk about a long time ago that's been going on within the gaming community. The best way I could describe it is the let people enjoy things mentality. You see this with yearly release gamers, which I talked about in my older videos, Nintendo fans, console war people, those who buy from scalpers, those who defend very subpar game releases, etc, etc. These people all have that let people enjoy things mentality, which to a certain extent I do agree with. It's actually a very valid statement, but also it can't apply to everything. There's some nuance that needs to be used here. I hate it when there's like a valid statement that gets over and misused, which then devalues that statement or completely changes the meaning of it. Does that sound familiar to you? Because it's incredibly frustrating when it happens. It's like, guys, come on, let's put on our thinking caps, turn on our critical thinking skills, and try to apply nuance. I know you have to use your brain, but I'm telling you, the more you use it, the easier it gets. I've seen all sorts of people defend Nintendo, ranging from, it's my money, I can do whatever I want with it. True statement, no argument there. Or, it's just 20 bucks, are you that broke? Poor person mentality, I digress. Or, let people enjoy things, we already talked about that. Or, an interesting one that I saw quite a bit, saying, people buying this product shouldn't or doesn't affect you. That's the craziest one to me. The main reason why I wanted to make this video wasn't really because of Nintendo putting a $20 price tag on a fucking ROM. If I'm being honest with you, it was the talking points and the defenses that popped up because of this situation that really pushed me to make this video. Let me explain. These mentalities don't just exist within gaming. They exist in other hobbies, mediums, and products like movies, books, clothes, the secondhand market, hell, the environment, even people. I could go on. It's one thing for these groups of people to be in the minority, but in reality, I would argue that they're the majority, if not the majority, close to 50%. And that's why I'm so passionate about this subject, because people, companies, the government will see that the populace is okay with putting up with shitty practices and continue to do it. Not only that, we'll try to push the envelope as far as they can to see how much they can get away with. This is why Jordans cost so much, or why scalpers make so much money off of PS5s and Xbox Series X's, or how some games can come out half finished and release the rest of it in DLC, or how some $80 games can come with a battle pass that you still have to pay for. Yes, you buying the overpriced product of which the cost to make is low, or in Nintendo's case, basically none, will affect the market. This shit affects everyone, because if I want to buy Super Mario Odyssey right now from Nintendo, I'll still have to pay $60 for both the digital and the physical version for a game made in 2017. What do you guys even stand for? I see so many people take criticisms of these companies as personal attacks because of this weird parasocial attachment we called brand loyalty. That's why you see these 30-something-year-olds defend any sort of criticism, even neutral, because without that, they have nothing else. Attaching personal value to these companies, teams, celebrities will do that to you. That's why it's so important to live a fulfilling life outside of all of this, because if you don't, this is what you become. And don't get me wrong, there's something bad about going hard for your favorite console or whatever, right? The competition is good. We need that friction, the back and forth. What we don't need is mindless consumerism or consumption. We have way too much of that going on in the game community, and it's pretty frustrating. Gaming is in a weird spot. While the indie game industry is booming right now, the AAA industry is also doing pretty well. But behind the scenes, there are a lot of cracks. Mass job layoffs, games are taking way too long to make, Xbox going out with a whimper instead of a bang, yearly releases that aren't going anywhere, and subscription services that are everywhere. Sooner or later, this is all going to implode, but us as the buyers in this situation do have the power to change things. But way too many people are willing to put up with horrible practices for very subpar reasons. The only way to make a statement to these big dollar companies is with your money. People buying Pokemon Red and Green, which are just ROMs with no speed up feature, are 100% part of the problem. And I'm not gonna say they're the reason why we're in this spot, Because it's not just them, it's millions of people. But that doesn't just apply to gaming, it also applies to real life as well. So many people want change to happen without actually putting the effort to make that change. You want the world to become a better place, but you yourself lack self-control and discipline? Okay, sure, whatever. But hey, this is just a little rant I wanted to go on, you know, something off the cuff. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you have a good morning, good evening, and a good night. Thank you.